You searched for how to loop through arrays in Zapier, and I'm going to walk you through it on screen, full workflow, no fluff. We'll take a list of email addresses from a Google form and use Looping by Zapier to send a Gmail to each one, with one single action. That's the whole point. First, open your browser, go to zapier.com and sign in. Wait for the dashboard to load. Once you're in, click the big Create button up top, then Zaps. The editor opens with a blank trigger step. Click that trigger step, type Google Forms in the search bar, and select it. For the event, pick New Form Response. This fires every time someone submits your existing form. Then click Continue. Now choose your Google account that owns the form. Click Continue. Zapier loads your forms. Select the form you already built, the one that collects customer name, email addresses, and a message. Click Continue, then Test Trigger. Zapier pulls in a sample response. Scroll through until you find a record with multiple addresses in the email addresses field. You'll see something like john@example.com, maria@example.com, david@example.com. That's the array. Click Continue with selected record. Below the trigger, click the plus icon to add a step. Search for Looping by Zapier. Select it. Open the event dropdown. We want Create Loop from Text because our emails are in a single text field separated by commas. That's the one for comma-separated list. Select it and click Continue. In the Values to Loop section, on the left type email. That's the name you'll use to map the individual value later. On the right, click into the field and choose Email Addresses from the Google Forms step. Now find the text delimiter field just below. Type a comma. That tells Zapier exactly where one email ends and the next begins. If your data used a semicolon or pipe, you'd change it here. Zapier defaults to a comma if you leave it empty, but being explicit saves headaches. Click Continue. On this screen, before we test, look for the small note about the 500 iteration limit. Looping per step caps at 500. Keep that in mind for large lists. Click Test Step. Zapier processes the list and shows the first loop value, email equals john@example.com. You'll also see a field called preview_loop_values with all three emails inside. Do not map that field into a later action. It exists only in test mode, not when the Zap runs live, and using it will break your flow. Always use the individual email field we just created instead. This test only shows iteration 1, but when the Zap runs for real, it will create separate runs for Maria and David as well. That's confirmed during a live test later. Now click the plus below Looping, search for Gmail and choose Send Email. Click Continue. Pick your Gmail account. Now the To field, click inside, and from the looping step, select the email field, not the original form field, not preview_loop_values. That's the single address for this iteration. Subject, type important information from our team. In the body, write something like, "Hello, we're sending you the information requested by," then insert the customer name field from Google Forms, followed by the message field. The loop controls the recipient, but the trigger data still personalizes the content. Click Test Step. Zapier actually sends a test email to the first address. Switch over to that inbox, here it is. Subject, name, message, all present. That's just loop 1 verifying the action works. Back in the editor, your flow is Google Forms, looping Gmail. Click Publish. Now do a real form submission. Open the live form, enter a name, paste the 3 emails separated by commas, submit. Then go to Zap History. You'll see separate runs, one for John, one for Maria, one for David, each with its own Gmail action. And notice they all kicked off at roughly the same time. Loop iterations run in parallel, not sequentially. If you need strict order, this architecture won't guarantee it. Before you go, a couple of quick additions. If your trigger delivers line items like an order with multiple products, you'd use Create Loop from line items instead. I'll search for Looping by Zapier again, pick that event, and you can select the line item field from your trigger. You can even add related fields like quantity and price, so they stay bundled per iteration. If you just need an action to repeat a fixed number of times, choose Create Loop from Numbers, set Start 1 and End 5, and it'll loop 5 times regardless of any list. One more trap. The looping step itself doesn't consume tasks, but every action after it runs per iteration. So 100 emails means 100 Gmail tasks. Check your plan limits. And if you need a final action only after the last email is sent, look at the output from looping. There's a field called loop_iteration_is_last. Add a filter step to check for true and run your summary just once. If this got your loop working, smash that like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying it was helpful. Comments push this to other people searching for the exact same thing.